Hey guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Coco Plears. Everyone calls me Coco, hence the YouTube channel Coco Plears. Makes it super simple for everybody, including me. I am 32 years old. I am from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I am married 12 and a half years now. We don't have children. We don't have pets, although I know he wants a dog really bad. And I wanted to start by saying I wanted to start my YouTube channel finally for a couple different reasons. One being that I've had friends and family that have been asking me to do this for years, and I finally gave in. Of course, it took a while. It's been a while. It took a while because I didn't feel like there was anything that I could really do with it, simply because it seemed like at one point in time it started to become what I thought I was going to do if I did one was an oversaturated market, and not really looking more into what I could do outside of what I'm comfortable with. So once I did all the research and kind of dug deeper into it, and even watching YouTube videos from the influencers that I watch now and gaining inspiration just watching their videos and what they do and stuff like that, I've definitely kind of changed my mind on it, obviously, because here I am recording, and felt like maybe there is something that I can do, and maybe there is a void that I can fill or something like that, especially because there's something that I feel like, even though I watch a lot of YouTubers and influencers in general, even like on Instagram, when you see little snaps of their stories or, little glimpses of their life, there's always something that I feel like is missing. So a part of this is probably a piece of representation still being a thing that I want to see, being that I am a African American woman that doesn't necessarily fit the mold of what everyone thinks beautiful is, or what everyone thinks, is the perfect woman or the perfect person or anything like that. Like, seeing that there's something that I can still do with it, obviously it turned the tides for me, and so here I am. There's two things that I want to focus on that kind of break into a bunch of different categories, outside of still branching out and doing other things too, because I don't want to just limit myself. First being my strength and beauty, and in general, just the beauty category, simply because I have a lot of experience there. Hair being first, because I was a licensed cosmetologist and practiced for a long time, had my own salon, all that stuff. I no longer practice in a salon, but I do, of course, keep up with trends and dabble here and there just to keep my technique up to par and keeping up with trends in general, because stuff changes so often. So you definitely don't want to lose it by, letting time pass and you're just like, okay, I don't really remember how to do this or anything like that. Hair was always my main focus, especially when I got to the point where I wanted to figure out how to keep my hair healthy and stuff like that. That was probably one of the main things that I focused on once I started really getting into hair. And even now, like, with what hair looks like and all that stuff, making sure that hair is healthy no matter what you do to it, all that stuff. I dabbled in nails. I didn't really ever dabble into acrylic, simply because my technique was always trash. Like, it was like, hair I can pretty much do anything with, but nails, I'm like, bro, if it ain't a natural manicure with some gel polish, I'm cold. I can do a natural manicure, I can do some designs, all of that, but acrylic, child, no, I can't. No, I will leave that to the professionals that have it on lock. Like, I know how to stay in my lane. And I mean, even with like makeup and skincare, like, I'm a super simple person. The most you'll probably ever see me do is mascara and a good lip gloss or balm. Most of the time it's a balm, here and there it's a gloss. And I keep my eyebrows done. I wax them myself, obviously, because I was taught that. And like I said, that's probably the most you'll see as far as like makeup is concerned, unless I happen to mess my eyebrows up or something like that. But like, I never really dabbled in makeup either, because I've always kept it super simple for myself. I feel like half the time I never really gave myself time to get into it, especially when, you know, you see people that have a whole routine that they set themselves up for so they can make sure that it's done in the morning. I'm a roll out of the bed, get in the shower, hurry up and leave type of person. That hence why my hair is in a puff. Like, it's the simple things for me. One of the main things in beauty that I definitely want to touch on is self-care, because for the longest time, and I mean most women in general and anybody in general can probably relate to not taking self-care seriously until it, not saying that it's too late, but it's like until you realize like, man, I really need to take a day for myself. And that kind of trickles down into health, which is another like big category that I wanted to focus on as far as like my channel is concerned as I start to do it and as it develops, because of course fitness and nutrition kind of all encompass in one, because I could say I've been on a weight loss journey for a really long time, but the successes and failures with that have everything to do with accountability and consistency. So that's probably a good reason why I'm documenting too, because accountability, having accountability partners, stuff like that, and being consistent. Consistency is probably my main issue when it comes to stuff like that. And trying to take it more seriously too for other issues, not even just like with weight loss and stuff, because it's like, you know, I love who I am, but there's certain things that I have to turn around and change because of other issues that I've encountered when I turned 30, like my battle with epilepsy. Most people close to me know that I was diagnosed with epilepsy 2 years ago in October. I had my first seizure, and I've had 3 altogether in my life. And my neurologist, my doctors, all that, they're still trying to figure out why this is even happening, why it started at 30, what are my triggers, all that stuff. So that's a whole nother time, whole nother video for that one. And then how it relates to anxiety, because that's something else that I've developed as I've gotten older, because I can't say that it's always been like that since I've been an adult, but in my late 20s and into my 30s, anxiety had been a thing, and that's something that I definitely wanted to talk about, because, you know, growing up, especially in Black households, it's not something that you really talked about. You didn't really have to, you know, deal with it, because it didn't seem like anybody really dealt with it. Like, if anything, it was something, you know, mental health, you kind of just sweep it under the rug. Don't nobody go see no therapist. Don't nobody, you know, stuff like that. And it's like, not even saying that everybody in every household has something like that, but like in my household, it just wasn't ever really discussed. So I never really knew the true definitions of mental disorders or mental health or anything like that. You just kind of hear about it, you read about it, you know, you learn about stuff in school, but until you're actually going through and experiencing it, and then you realize like, oh, okay, this is what this is, you never think to, you know, give it a second thought to even think, oh, I might have an issue that I need to talk about. So especially now that it's becoming a way more relevant topic, I definitely want to tell my story as far as that is concerned too, and, you know, maybe help somebody with that, because let me tell you, talk about being lost when it started to happen. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And I mean, I have a huge support system with my family and my husband and his family and all that stuff, so it's not like I don't have anybody that could help or anything like that. It's just a matter of maybe telling my story and helping somebody to realize like, hey, I'm not alone in this, you know, somebody else experienced this too. And then shoot, maybe even getting somebody to tell a story that I need to hear, because then I could take it back to the people that's trying to help me figure my life out. Anything like that. I think, like I said, branching off into other stuff too, like my marriage. Like I said, I've been married 12 and a half years, and my husband is my best friend now. So we definitely, like I said, in all this time, have definitely had some rocky roads, bumps in the road here and there, stuff like that. But it's definitely molded us into who we are as people now and what our relationship looks like now. So if people are looking for those conversations, I got stories for that too. It's probably not going to be what you always want to hear, because that was something that I probably struggled with the most when I dealt with our rough patches, is trying to listen to somebody and really hear what you needed to hear and not what you wanted to hear, because Lord knows, I'm Leo, so I'm a strong-willed person. You're not gonna tell me that I'm wrong. Like, what do you mean I'm wrong? And they say women deal with that in general, so putting a woman that is a Leo together, it was a good minute before I got myself together as far as that is concerned. But like I said, I have those stories too. Anywhere that I feel like I can reach out and connect with somebody in that way to help them the way I feel like I needed to be helped when I encountered those issues in my life, I definitely want to be that person. Because like I said, if anything, it was probably a big part of me starting was a matter of representation. Again, like just feeling like you have someone that relates to you, your story, even in the smallest sense, where, oh, I dealt with that like that one day. And just being able to say, okay, if I didn't know how to deal with it, I know how to deal with it now. And I mean, like I said, it ain't gotta be super deep. It's just simple hair tips. Because Lord knows, although I went to school and all of that, I am still a lazy natural. I mean, I can get myself together. For the most part, I've perfected my puff. Like, it's super easy, so it's like, that's what I do. But everything else, like, even with doing, like, the one time a year that I do wear my hair straight, stuff like that, there's certain things that I have down to a T that's fine, but then there's certain things that I've actually had to research and look up and watch videos on, because there's certain things that I'm just like, excuse me, what? Like, for example, the wash and go. I've had more than enough time to experiment with different products and things like that. And I've had way more failures than successes. I feel like I've gotten to the point now where I am and can be successful with the wash and go. But I probably got 2 good pictures with a wash and go. So, because a puff is my comfort, I'ma probably almost always be like this, unless I'm trying something like I wear braids and stuff like that, and even getting into doing the more in detail braids and locks and stuff like that, because there's things that I want to try that I'll probably be recording for you guys as well. Just a matter of getting myself together to try it all, because like even back on my birthday I had braids, but as soon as I took them out, washed my hair, put it right back in a puff. Like, my puff is my comfort. I love this thing. I'll probably touch on whatever comes to my mind at the time. Like I said, I'm very new to this. You record little snaps here and there. You see people watch and they'll respond and stuff like that, and it's gotten to the point now where people are like, okay, maybe you do need a platform because you have something that people need to hear. So, I mean, I'm definitely open to suggestions. I will always be asking for input and questions. I will try to respond to every comment as long as I am able to. I definitely want to be as interactive as possible to help my channel blossom into everything that I feel like I want it to be. I know for sure a good part of this is going to help me as a person, you know, as an individual with everything that I struggle with, especially like with my mental health in general, with my anxiety and stuff like that, because I know a lot of this is going to help me get myself and my brain organized so that I can check things off my box or get it off my list, or, you know, get it out into the atmosphere the way I need it to, so that I can move on to the next phase of my life. Like, that's definitely the direction that I'm trying to go with all of this now. So now that I've introduced myself in detail, I'm gonna be working on the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Is that what we do? I'll figure it out. We'll figure this out together. If you have any questions, comment below. Like the video, let me know that you've seen it. You know, comment that in the oh, Jesus. I am very new to this, so just ride this wave with me, y'all. And make sure to subscribe. Let your friends know as we start this all off. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.